Hey everyone, this is Heidi Gustad with another knitting tutorial for you. In this video, we're going to tackle a very aesthetically pleasing lace known as the Jhumka stitch. To work the Jhumka stitch, you're going to be working a repeat of 22 stitches over 28 rows. So if you look at this swatch here, you can see the beautiful diamond pattern followed by the vertical chevron eyelets that form this stitch. And so this is the 22 stitches wide and the 28 rows that form the entire panel of this stitch. So what you can picture in your mind is this stitch being repeated more horizontally and vertically. So horizontally, you're going to get for every 22 stitches, you're going to get another pair of these diamonds with the chevrons coming off of it. And for every repeat this direction, you're going to get another flowery diamond in your project. So I've got my 22 stitches cast on my needle here, and we're ready to get started. So what we're going to do is begin by knitting 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll knit 2 stitches together as one. So knit 2 together. And then yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, slip, slip, knit, followed by knitting 6. And then we will knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, slip, slip, knit, and we'll finish up the first row with a knit 3. And next, for the wrong side row, which is row 2, we're going to purl all the way across. And it's important to note that for every single even numbered or wrong side row in the Jhumka stitch, we're going to purl all the way across. So that makes your life a little easier in terms of memorizing how to work this stitch, and it gives you a little bit of a break in between each more complicated row to kind of zone out and purl all the way across. All right, so we've purled all the way across row 2, and now we're ready for row 3. So row 3, we're going to start with knit 2 stitches and then knit 2 together. And then we will do yarn over, knit 3, and yarn over. So looking at our work, you can see that those yarn overs are spaced to the right and then to the left of the yarn overs from the previous row, forming the base of this diamond. Next, we're going to slip, slip, knit, knit 4, knit 2 together, and then yarn over, knit 3, before we yarn over again, slip, slip, knit, and finish row 3 with 2 knit stitches. And now for row 4, we're going to purl all the way across because it's a wrong side row. All right, now we are ready for row 5 when we turn our work. And now in row 5, we're going to knit 1, and then we're going to knit 2 together and yarn over twice. So knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together, yarn over. Next, we are going to knit 1, and then we're going to yarn over and slip, slip, knit twice. So that was a yarn over, slip, slip, knit once, yarn over, slip, slip, knit twice, like so. Next, we are going to knit 2, and then knit 2 together, yarn over twice, knit 1, yarn over, slip, slip, knit twice, and end with a knit 1. And so what we did in this row, row 5, is form our 2 sets of yarn overs. So now we've got the outside eyelets of our diamond being formed, and with this second set of eyelets, we're forming an inner diamond of eyelets as well. So now onto the wrong side row, row 6, where we purl all the way across, just like every wrong side row. All right, and now row 7, we're going to start right away without doing any knit stitches. We're going to start with knit 2 together, yarn over twice. And now we'll knit 3 across the middle of our first diamond, and then yarn over, slip, slip, knit twice. And now we'll repeat that again for row 7, starting with knit 2 together, yarn over twice, knit 3 across the middle of the second diamond, and we'll end with yarn over, slip, slip, knit twice. All right, and that is row 7, like so. Now, row 8, same. Purl all the way across the wrong side row. All right, now we're on row 9. So we're going to start with knitting 2 stitches, not together, just knit 2 stitches plain, then yarn over, slip, slip, knit, yarn over, and now we're going to do slip 2, knit 1, and then pass the slip stitches over. So that means we're going to slip 1, 2, knit 1 stitch, and then pass both of those slip stitches over the 1 stitch we worked, doing a decrease of 2 and forming this hexagonal shape in the middle of our diamond. And you can see that slipped 2, knit 1, pass the slip stitches over right here and right here in my swatch. And it really helps define the center top of these diamonds. So let's show you that moving on in the row. So now we're going to do yarn over, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to yarn over, slip, slip, knit, yarn over. And now that we're at those center stitches again, we're going to once again slip 2, knit 1, and pass those 2 slip stitches back over. And then we're going to yarn over, knit 2 together, yarn over, and then end that row with a knit 2. And so that's row 9. And once again, row 10 is an even numbered wrong side row, so we're going to purl all the way across that one. And one good thing you can do when you're working these, I guess, vanilla, for lack of a better word, wrong side rows that are just purled across, you can take that as an opportunity to count how many stitches are currently on your needle, so you can make sure you've done the correct increases and decreases to maintain the 22 stitch count for this Jhumka stitch. Just a little tip that I do every once in a while, especially when I'm designing lace, but it's also really good if you're working lace or are new to lace knitting, just to keep track that your piece is still going to be the shape you intend it to be. All right, so that's row 10. And now for row 11, we are going to begin with a knit 3, yarn over, slip, slip, knit. So knit 3 stitches plain, and then yarn over, slip, slip, knit. Then knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over. So knit 1, and that knit 1 should line up with the top of those stitches we passed over last time. So that is knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over, and then we're going to knit 6 stitches in between our diamonds. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we are going 2, yarn over, slip, slip, knit, knit 1 into the center of that diamond, knit 2 together, yarn over, and knit 3. And now row 12, surprise, surprise, is purled all the way across. So now row 13 will bind off, so to speak. Row 13 will wind up, bind off, whatever term you want to use, the diamond bases of the Jhumka stitch. So we're going to start by knitting 4 to get to the first diamond. And now we are going to yarn over before we do our slip 2, knit 1, pass the slip stitches over. So there's slip 2, knit 1, and without dropping a stitch, which I almost did, so slip 2, knit 1, then we pass the 2 slip stitches over before doing a yarn over, a knit 8 to get to our second diamond. And now we're at our second diamond, and we will yarn over, slip 2, knit 1, pass the slip stitches over, yarn over, and finish by knitting across the row. And so now that the 2 diamonds are completed, and they're the hardest part of the Jhumka stitch, I'm going to just verbally walk you through the rest of this stitch. So you'll have noticed as you worked this guy that the 2 diamonds are pretty much symmetrical as they're repeated across the 22 stitches. But when you continue on in the rest of the 28 rows that form the Jhumka stitch, you'll notice that they become mirror images of each other. And so we've done our diamonds, and then what we're going to do is, using the same exact increase and decreases that we've used so far, we're going to bring that channel of the chevron surrounded by the yarn overs in, then out, then in, and then out just a little to finish off this Jhumka stitch. The Jhumka stitch is right at home in a variety of baby blanket, shawl, afghan, and other decorative knitting projects. If you have any questions for us or other ideas where you think this lace would look really beautiful, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to tune in again soon for more knitting tutorials.